There we are, right back where we should be. What you watching coming to you live Saturday. We'll sell you the whole seat, but you're only gonna need the edge. That's right. It's What You Watching, and we're doing the ritual. Yeah, they should have gone to Vegas. They are 150% right. They should have gone to Vegas. Fat Man wouldn't have fucked them all up if they would have gone to Vegas. But hey, we'll get there. We're going to talk about some trailer trash talk. We're going to talk about some crap we've been watching. Eventually, we'll get down the pipe. Hi, everybody. I'm one of the hosts of this show called The Rev, the Reverend Jeff Kelly. That's right. And that guy over there, he is the legend of the Iowa boy. Yeah, the legend of the Iowa boy.
Yeah, you better watch out. The Iowa boy will sock you right in the dick if you don't, with his corncob nunchucks.
That's right. You are watching Watcha Watchin with Reno and The Rev. That's right. Sounds like a cheesy morning radio show.
But I swear to God, I swear I saw some of those villagers that are in this movie in Vegas.
Probably, or at least in Walmart.
Definitely that sketchy looking dirty girl.
Dirty girl. Yeah, you don't need to see my Facebook page. All right. Hey, first up tonight, we're talking about trailer trash talk. Death House. I dig it.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of people in it. I mean, it's really gonna be one of those shows that's I don't know how to explain it. Watch the trailer. Go out and watch it.
Basically, this has been a long time coming. This is as the trailer puts it at one point, this is the Expendables of horror films.
Right.
You got Sid Haig.
Literally.
I'm pretty sure Robert Englund's in there. You got that fucked up guy from The Hills Have Eyes. You got Kane fucking
Gunnar Hansen, Lindsay Hartley, Kane Motter, Cody Lund.
Yeah. Motter.
Whatever. I can't read it because it's all goofy. Lloyd Kaufman. There's just a crap load of people in here, man. I can't even go through all of them. They don't even list all of them that are on it. It
looks so crappily made, but that's something that I kind of wanted out of an Expendables of horror.
It's very much Turbo Kid for horror. But I think it's going to be better than Turbo Kid. And I like Turbo Kid. So, we're not talking a whole lot of trash about this particular trailer because it was actually pretty decent. So I'm kind of looking forward to this one. The next one I'm kind of looking forward to as well. Rampage was a video game when I was a kid, and a giant friggin' gorilla, a wolf, and a dinosaur basically would come to the town and destroy everything. But well, I don't know. It was some kind of a lizard monster. I don't know why.
Oh, look, it's Godzilla. But due to copyright laws, we can't say it's Godzilla.
Right. It's not King Kong. It could be King Kong, but due to international copyright laws, it's not King Kong. But we'll run away like it is King Kong.
Yeah,
that's why he's calling him
really
George.
Looking forward to it. This is owning up to the fact that this is going to be a stupid movie, but it's just running with it.
Fun, stupid movie. That's right. It's going to be a fun, stupid movie. I mean, we believed him in San Andreas, and they didn't even understand how the fault line worked in California.
I didn't even fucking see that movie.
No, I know, but the funny thing is like everybody, California's going to fall into the sea. Yeah, we don't have one of those kind of faults where they go up and down. We have faults that go north and south. So the worst thing that's going to happen is my apartment's going to be like 20 feet friggin' further north. No one is falling into the sea. There's not going to be any oceanfront property in Sacramento. Idiots. But hey, Rampage is going to be better than that, I think. And I kind of like my old lady loves she loves the disaster movies, so I end up downloading them and watching them all anyhow. But I like the George here, man. The jungle, the George of the jungle. No,
strong as he can be.
Yeah, no. What was the other one? Mighty Joe Young? No, but they called him George. Why did they call him George? I don't know. Probably because of international copyright laws. So Rampage is
Rev's just fucking up here.
Now we're gonna wind it out with Red Sparrow. All of us didn't even watch the clip. What? I didn't send you this one?
I don't remember you sending me this.
I didn't actually watch it until late, so maybe I didn't send you this one. But basically, it's a new Russian spy movie that's come out. So I won't talk a whole lot about it.
That one with Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, I've seen it anyway.
Yeah. Okay, good. It looks interesting. That's not something I'm gonna really run right out and get involved in. But maybe once it comes in an easy package to watch on cable or something, I'll get around to it eventually.
Yeah, same here. I'm not really
All right, that's tonight's trailer trash talk. Moving on. Hey, Cole, what you watching?
What?
I ask you, what you watching?
Well, I've been watching some stuff, man.
Nightmare.
And that's all I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
Okay, I might tell you some more. I was in the mood for blood and guts, okay, guys? I wanted to see teenagers get ripped apart. Is that so wrong?
No, not at all. This is one of my favorite horror movies ever. It's one of the only movies that ever scared me in the theater.
Plus, since we watched a really good horror movie this week, I want to watch some more horror movies. Except for what I watched after this. That wasn't a horror movie.
No. We'll save that for last.
Okay.
Next up,
the Friday the 13th remake. I kind of rewatched this mostly because one of my buddies borrowed this, and then I rewatched it so we could talk about it. Yeah, it's not the best.
Yeah.
Basically, the best way to sum it up, it's the cliff notes of the first 4 Friday the 13th movies.
At least it really was Jason doing the killing in this one.
Right, which is why it's probably better to call it a reboot than a remake.
Right.
Because the first one, it was his mama doing the killing, and she only does the killing for like the first 5 seconds.
Would you like a smoke and a pancake?
I would not like a smoke and a pancake. I would like a sugar and a waffle.
And then you wrapped it up with like the most racist movie Disney has ever made.
But hey, no fish.
No fish. Come on. You've been loaded twice now. Hooka-chugga. Chrome,
I don't know about the most racist movie that Disney has ever made, because it still has to go through Song of the South for that one. and Pocahontas.
Okay. We'll say Moana is the most racist movie claimed of the 2000s, maybe. I don't know. I know there was a lot of crap talked about little girls dressing up like Moana not being allowed to do that because they were racially appropriating the people. It was horrible. And that's when I went off on that tangent about these stupid people who dye their hair. Like, you can't dye your hair blonde. I'm sorry, you're not allowed to do that. That's appropriating Nordic Nordic background. I won't
get too much into politics, but people that bitch about this, just
I know,
shut the fuck up and go fuck yourself.
Little girls want to dress up as a Moana princess, but they can't unless they're from that people.
Fuck.
Okay.
If it's like people borrowing from a white culture, nobody would give a fuck.
But little blonde kids running around.
Shut the fuck up and watch the fucking movie, guys. It is a good fucking movie. Let the girls fucking dress the way they want to fucking dress. And shut the fuck up and stop looking for things to bitch about.
Yeah, I mean,
I think this is the closest to a big rant that I've gone on. Mostly, I haven't even seen this one yet. Like, there was so much political crap rained around this one. I haven't even bothered. Like, isn't The Rock the voice of the big fat guy? Yes.
I mean, I call him the big fat guy.
This is actually one of the few Disney movies I actually rewatched.
Yeah, I've never gotten around to it.
The soundtrack actually gets stuck in my head a lot.
Oh, wow. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, that is scary because it sucks when like one of the songs is called "You're Welcome." So every time I tell somebody "You're welcome," that's the song that pops in my fucking head.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, what can I say except you're welcome?
That's freaking
God.
horrible,
that's what happens. That's my fucking daily life.
You're welcome.
Oh, God.
You're welcome.
Before it gets stuck in my head, Rev.
Yeah, man.
The fuck have you been watching?
Dude, I've been watching pretty okay stuff this week. I felt like some violence, so I busted out with the John Wick Chapter 2. I mean,
Looks
if you
like we
just
were
want to
both
watch a
violence.
dude just like beating the hell out of people and shooting people for absolutely no reason, the John Wick movies are definitely, and 1 and 2 I actually watched back to back because I'm a pimp like that. Yeah, man. This was John Wick Chapter 3 is coming. And he reminds you at the end of John Wick Chapter 2, whoever you send for me, I'll kill them. I'll kill them all. I mean, how do you kill the world's top assassin? Well, we find out in John Wick 3 if they can do it. But so far in John Wick 2, he's got his dog and going home. So, yeah, man, John Wick 2 is seriously has some twists and turns in it. But as you can see, 85%, 89%, pretty much everybody agrees. Let's sit down and watch the John Wick movies. It's probably Keanu Reeves' finest work, even better than The Matrix.
Yeah, the critics definitely think that this is excellent.
Excellent, totally tubular. You if you really want to be honest as to why it's so good, he doesn't have any lines in it.
That's probably why
he really doesn't have much dialogue.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, it really is. There isn't much dialogue in any of the movie. It's not just him. Like, it's just a whole lot of ass kicking. There is gratuitous violence from moment 1 to the last minute, dude. I mean, it really, you want to watch a kick-ass movie and get like all hyped up to go out on the town, sit down and watch John Wick 1 and 2 because you'll be ready to go kick some ass. You'll feel like Rocky in the theater when he's coming out of it. You just want to knock some Dago out. Literally, just before we got into the show here, I was rewatching Spider-Man: Homecoming.
No, it's on watching Spider-Man v Batman.
No. I was watching Spider-Man: Homecoming, and I gotta be honest,
it's Spider-Man v Batman. Get it right.
No, it's not. This one's definitely.
Excuse me, freaking Michael Keaton's in it.
I understand that, but it's not. It's Spider-Man versus the Vulture because it doesn't have anything. He's not even acting like he did. Anyhow, this is my favorite Spider-Man. I like the kid that's playing Spider-Man. Aunt May's too young. I almost got
Rev to slip up there.
You did. Aunt May is definitely too young, but I like Marissa Tomei, so I'll tolerate it. But outside of that, Tony's whole interaction is a bit much. I didn't know it was going to be that heavily, Stark led. But I can understand.
I'm starting to hate fucking Iron Man anyway, so fuck him.
Yeah, I mean, he really is kind of getting to be a douche. I mean, really. Overall, though, as you can see, everybody wants to watch Spider-Man: Homecoming because it's Tobey Maguire was okay for a movie or two, and then it just got old. And then whoever that other kid was that they got to play, it was too old to start with.
Yeah, and he definitely played a better Spider-Man than he did a Peter Parker.
Right. And Tobey Maguire played a better Peter Parker than he did a Spider-Man. I mean, that whole Spider-Man 3 with Venom with friggin' Tobey Maguire just makes me want to puke. So I'm hoping that they do better with these. So, yeah, that one does exist, and you just admitted it. But I finished it up with a fantastic classic of a movie, Galaxy Quest, where not only do we see Tim the Toolman Taylor get to take his shirt off more times than any other movie ever, but we get to see Sigourney Weaver's breast implants get revealed further and further and further as the movie goes on. She starts out fully dressed, but by the end of the movie, she's literally in a sports bra for no reason. For zero reason other than to show that she's got huge giant implants. She must have put that in the script. I'll do the movie if I can show off my new implants, because I got news for you. Ripley had A cups.
Oh yeah.
That's the audience is
nice.
The audience is kicking it at 78%. The critics definitely like this one. For a goofy, fun adventure in space that takes a serious turn. I dig it. I love Crewman 6. I'm gonna die. Like, you don't even know my last name.
Little fucking aliens in the corner that just get like, they're all cute at first, and then they just start turn to ravenous little fucking piranhas with legs.
The little green things down here, yeah. freaked everybody out, man. But Galaxy Quest was definitely how I wrapped up my thing. And you know what's funny about all of that is everybody just watched you picking your nose through all of that because I didn't click over to the right screen. So just like the West Eyeball edition, we just had the whatever the Collier was doing edition of the What You Watching. Sorry about that, folks. That was totally my bad. Hey, look at that. Deeper, baby. Deeper. We know you.
Yeah, I get it deep in there.
Can you touch your brain?
Maybe.
All right. Well, speaking of deeper, let's find out who's left in the super fan chat center over here. See who's actually hanging out with us tonight and not just making fun of us. Lance Windsor. How you doing, sir? Sounds like it's such a royal name. Like you should have
especially when we say it in sync like that.
You got Rod Dupree.
He's always in the place to be.
Starshine.
You're going down, Star.
What's it shining on?
Don't answer that, Star. Don't enable him.
Don't enable him. Ken.
Seriously, I offered you some freaking allergy medicine before we got in the show.
Yeah, but it doesn't transfer digitally through the screen like we had hoped.
But aren't we in the same studio? That's what
people think. Yeah, right. Dean Cooper. How you doing there, Quasi man?
Oh, fuck you, Dean. Fuck you, Dean. Fuck you, Dean.
The Squatch Box. Hey, girl. Hope you're repairing.
Cass, you better be making sure Christopher's eating his vegetables.
Yeah, because Christopher doesn't need to, not eat his vegetables. That would be bad.
He needs to eat all his mashed potatoes.
Mr. Kurt Harris. He'll be floating around out there. So will Sam Squanch Rivera. I am sure of it. Thanks, y'all.
I'm sure there's an Angela somewhere out there.
Angela.
Who knows?
Angela. But Angela, didn't you ever watch Tony Danza and that ugly blonde woman and what the heck was the name of that show?
I don't know.
It's the one where everybody it's the one that everybody counted down that girl till she turned 18. She was in Charmed. God, I'm horrible. I'm a dirty old man. Anyhow, let's move on. Dirty old man. So we were kind of struggling for what we were going to watch this week on the show, and then all of a sudden I remembered, hey, The Ritual. We saw that trailer come up the other week, and bang, it's on Netflix. So sure, let's watch it. I gotta tell you, I'm glad we did. Cole, you wanna start us out there tonight, there, sir?
Basically, this movie is following the sudden and violent death of one of this group of friends, best mate, because these fuckers are British, okay? So they basically go on a hike through the Scandinavian wilderness. I can't speak tonight, Rev. The wilderness. They're going through the wilderness.
Get the lisping troll off your penis, and let's go.
Okay, I'm trying. Okay. Basically, that's what they do. They set up a little memorial for their friend, and on the way back, they're like, "Hey, you know what's a smart idea?" After our friend just not broke his leg. Well, he tore his meniscus. They basically decide, let's shortcut through that ominous-looking wilderness over there.
Hey, mate, I got this little note on my map that says, "Don't go through here, forest," but it's faster back to the lodge. So what do you say we go through? Don't go through here, forest. Okay.
No, we're not going through that. Let's go through the forest of no return, mate.
You know.
Oh, you're both fucking dumb. Let's go through Deliverance Forest.
In the beginning of the movie, it's there's a scene where they lose their one of their good mates. They're like a wolf pack, and they're in a friggin' liquor store to get some liquor, and the liquor store is getting held up, and the one guy hides and basically just lets his friend get fucking taken out. I mean,
by a pipe or a machete,
whatever the case, but he did absolutely nothing to save his friend's life. I mean, he had a bottle in his hand. He could have made a charge. I would have just lobbed a bunch of flammable bottles over the fucking thing and then launched a fucking roll of paper towels at them.
Yeah, but Rev, remember, you've said it yourself. You're the guy who always runs into danger.
Right. I'm not running away and hiding. I'm launching flammable shit so that it's soaking them. That way, when I launch the flaming fucking paper towels, they all catch on fire. That way, I don't have to, but yeah, the guy's a coward. The guy's a coward piece of shit, though. And his friends know that he's a coward piece of shit because he came out of there without a speck of blood on it.
Yeah, and that's basically who we see the whole movie through. We're kind of seeing it through his eyes.
Right. We're reliving his experience of this memorial trip through the Swedish mountains on this hiking trail.
Which, in a way, that I feel like that makes it kind of like a redemption type of thing in a way.
No, that doesn't make you courageous to go on a hiking trip to put a memorial.
No, I mean like the whole way, the flow, the story of the movie.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, he tried to save his friends in certain places, but
it sucks. So I was kind of at the end. I was like, it would be interesting if he ends up saving his fat friend that tore his meniscus.
Well, yeah, there was a couple of real moments in this movie that I've lived through where when you're just fucking done with somebody. Like when you've been friends with somebody, but they've really just never really been there for you. They've never really been a fucking friend. And now they're doing stupid shit that you're just fucking done. He looked at that dude straight in the fucking face and says, we're no longer mates, man. We're no longer fucking friends.
We're no longer mates.
When we get back, I am fucking done with you. I am fucking done with you. And I've been there a couple of times in my life where it was just like, you know what, man? Fuck you. I got a friend that'll drive 40 fucking minutes to pick me up at the gas station across from your street to do what you won't ride me to my house 10 minutes to fucking do. Fuck you. Right. I'm done. I'm fucking done. It was just one of those moments that brought all that back up while I was watching the movie. I was like, yeah, that's right. Tell that fat fuck. Fuck you.
Fuck him. I don't know why, but that fucking guy who tore his meniscus, I don't know where his way he looked or just his glasses in general. It reminded me a little bit of Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, there was some Bubbles in him for sure. The British version of Bubbles. Yeah, I mean the guys nutted up and they went.
We are officially dealing with a fucking Sam Squinch.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they nutted up and they went into the Forbidden Forest and they come across the fucking elk that has been filleted and displayed 20 feet in the tree. Yeah, it's been displayed 20 feet in the fucking trees. And finally, as they're looking at this thing and they're discussing about how it might have gotten there or what might have put it there, one of the guys goes, "Hey, you know what's funny is it's still dripping." Yeah, what does that mean? It means it's still fucking fresh and maybe we shouldn't be here anymore.
No shit.
Yeah. So they haul ass and then they end up in the proverbial
cabin in the woods.
Yeah, fucking the witch's cabin, man. I mean, shit.
Yeah, that was straight out of the fucking movie The Vitch.
It was straight. It just. Do I go in there? I don't know if I go in there. Like there was a porch, and right. I probably they had tents and shit. They had ways of socking out the water. I probably would have dry bedded the porch and not actually kicked the fucking door in and got inside because technically they got what they fucking asked for once they kicked that door in. They were trespassing and shit they shouldn't have fucking been involved with, because, well, fuck it, we're here and nobody else is. Well, that wasn't the case.
Yeah, basically. And I don't know. I like how they tried to put some more reasoning behind why they would stay in there. Oh, look, a cabin. Let's just stay in it. Just have them bicker a bit about like where not to put the tents up or keep on going. Because basically it's starting to fucking thunder outside.
Oh, it was downpouring at that point. Yeah. By the time they got to the cabin, the rain was really coming. I mean, they were drenched. And I mean, I get it. But, You know, that first fucking morning when everybody's waking up to one dude pissed his pants, another guy's got giant fucking holes in his chest that are bleeding, another guy's screaming like he's a fucking baby. I mean, yeah, I don't know,
The other guy's sitting there butt ass naked praying to this freaking Wicker Man thing.
Yeah, to whatever the fuck that thing in the attic is. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm thinking I'm the fuck out. Yeah.
I'm praying to whoever's listening here.
Yeah, I'm getting out as fucking fast as I can get out. Meniscus boy, you better keep up because we're leaving. And I'm leaving now.
I kind of would have.
The first day I would have been out. The very first day I would have been out. Like when they saw that wall, you know, with the gate that was fucking locked and it was all bright on the other side of it, like I would have been over that motherfucker. I would have been over that bitch and out into the sunlight going, oh, fat man, whatever, bro. If you can't get over it, just walk along it.
I would have just hauled ass and wouldn't give a fuck about Meniscus Boy the first moment I see that fucking giant thing just walking from behind the trees. Like, oh, nope. Run.
That was, I mean, I have a good TV that is, well, it's an LED, it's backlit, and I watch a lot of movies on it. And that is one of my complaints about this movie is the color grading. The brights are fine, the mediums are fine, but the darks are just too damn dark. I could see hints of the creature, but I know it was supposed to see more of it, and it just got to be.
What scenes are you talking about?
Well, when it's friggin' nighttime and the Swedish people are out there with the damn thing and it's back there in the tree line moving around, you know, I know it's there because I can hear it moving around and I can see the odd, you know, giant friggin' horn move or something, but it just,
I think that was still the moment where they were teasing it.
Yeah, it still could have been the darks were just too dark for me. I'm one of those guys that knows that you can insinuate dark and still make a scene bright enough to see the action that's going on. You got to be able to see the action that's going on, or what's the point of having the action?
I think maybe I suppose that I'll give it to you that part maybe. At that point, I was just still thinking that it was still the whole like hiding the shark type of situation, kind of like how they did in Jaws. They were trying to save.
Well, that's because Bruce sucked.
Yeah, Bruce sucked.
Bruce was a terrible prop. He was horrible. He was barely believable. That's why they tried to hide him. This was a CGI input.
Yeah, but still, you know, that's a thing that was just an accident that caught on with movies in general, just to hide showing the creature until the very end.
See, I like the Hitchcock. I like Hitchcock because he'll show you the bombs under the table. He'll show you the bombs under the table and ticking time down. He'll show you it's under the table, ticking time out and about to explode, and then he'll show you the table explode. You know, I'm a Hitchcock guy. I like to see what's coming because I like that type of build-up. I know there's different types, and good, but overall, this movie's great. I mean, watch it. Definitely take a deep look at it.
What I was gonna say, the one thing I really can't stand about this is I really wish that this was released theatrically rather than going straight to Netflix, because I felt like
this would have been. This would have been good in the theater.
Needed to be seen on the big screen.
I agree. I mean, you know, if you've got a theater experience in your house, that's all wonderful and good, but us poor people don't. Okay, so, you know, we're watching it on laptops and 50 inches in our living rooms. But, a theatrical full surround sound experience on this would probably be very enjoyable.
Also, one other pro I want to get out there, the design, once you see that creature, that fucking thing is...
Oh, yeah, that was unlike anything I'd seen before.
Yeah, it's like one of the most unique designs in a long while in a horror movie.
The human arms coming out the front of it was just freaky, man. It was just like,
I was just
is that a
like,
Wendigo,
at first I was like,
or what the hell is that thing, man? Great big horns. I mean,
well, it's a Nordic thing as far as we can tell, but it's just like,
yeah, that was my other criticism of it. Is I wish they had put the Swedish subtitles, what the Swedish people were saying in the background when you could hear them speaking Swedish. You know, I wish they would, for me, again, you know, one of those people who like,
or at least have the option like we talked about last night, where it would have been nice if they had, because I can see why narratively wise they didn't put it in, because they want, like I said earlier, we're seeing this movie practically through the one guy's eyes who was a coward. And by not understanding what they say, I guess it enhances the horror of the situation. You're just as confused as he is.
Yeah, and I get that in some hostage type situations that adds to the drama, but as a viewer, I kind of like to be like if I was reading a book, most likely it would have told me what they said because otherwise it would just been a bunch of fucking gibberish like Elvin.
Right.
You know, and I like to watch movies unfold as though they were a book. Like movies to me, you lose a lot. Like the Harry Potter books, you lose all his internal monologue. Anything he thought inside of his head, you just get an actor looking inquisitively at something. You know what I mean? You don't actually hear any of that conversation that he has with himself like you have in the book when you read the books through. And that was one thing I wish a movie would take into, like when Chewbacca goes, oh, blah, 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 and somebody answers back to him. I really wish they would just not say Chewbacca. I wish it would really print out what the fuck Chewbacca said. Because in the lines, in the script, it says what Chewbacca said. But in the subtitles, it does not. So, because otherwise, how would the actor know what to respond? Because we don't actually know fucking Wookiee.
That's just dumb. No, I understand where you're coming from. Again, personally, for me, it didn't bog it down. I can see why it does. That's why I think, like I said, it would have probably helped if they gave the option to.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have a subtitle option for the Swedish parts.
And hopefully it wouldn't be like in a case like Predators, where when a guy speaks Russian, it doesn't say, and subtitles say Slavic gibberish.
Now, see, John Wick 2 is one of those ones that says, speaking Polish, and then it puts in English what the hell he said. Because on camera, he's actually speaking Polish, but they actually put it in English so you can understand what the freak the two of them are saying. Otherwise, you'd have the dialogue that is in the movie. You'd miss a third of it.
I just love when fucking movies, when somebody's speaking foreign, they just, instead of actually translating it, they just say speaking Italian.
Yeah, speaking Italian.
Like, oh, yeah. Fuck you, too.
Indistinctly speaking in gibberish Taiwanese. And with indistinctly speaking in gibberish Taiwanese, I say let's get this wrapped up because it's that time of the show already.
This is going to be a good time to bring in our new rating system.
Rating system. That's right. Why don't you explain to them the 5-step rating system there, sir?
Basically, let's see what I have here. Basically, it goes as followed. 5 out of 5 would be... God damn it, I lost it. A 5 out of 5 rating would be I'd gladly jerk off to this, because around here we're always jerking off to shit. Especially Halloween 3. 4 out of 5 would be a good time spent in the theater, or on Netflix in this case. 3 out of 5, rent the shit out of this movie. 2 out of 5, yeah, I'd rather be jerking off to Halloween 3 at this point. And if it's one of the worst of the worst, that movie can go fucking straight to hell. So, Rev,
that's right. Straight.
What do you give this movie?
Netflix and chill. I'm definitely a good time in a theater if it was there, but Netflix and chill for sure.
Yeah.
It wasn't the greatest horror movie I've ever seen, but it kept my attention and made me want to watch more. And my wife came in right at the end of it, and I told her to shut the fuck up until it was over. So, normally I would have never done that, but I wanted to. I was like,
British horror.
You're literally walking in at the pinnacle of the movie. Can you shut the hell up for like 18 minutes and then we can talk? Right. I mean, I hate to say that to her, but I mean, sometimes it's important. I'm at work, honey. Imagine I'm at work for another 18 minutes. There's a wall here. I'm in a cubicle. Just chill. But I give it I give it 4 out of 5. I mean, it was a decent watch.
You see, for me, I love the shit out of this fucking movie. It is everything I want out of supernatural horror. It's a slow burn, but it leads up to, it doesn't skip out on the blood and the gore when it comes time. I'm gladly jerking off to this movie.
Yeah, definitely. I'm probably gonna get
blood and the gore. After we're done here, gonna jerk off to it again.
I got other things to go and watch, but for sure. No idea what we're doing next week, but it'll be something good. Maybe we'll do Pinhead next week.
Oh yeah, we gotta fucking do more.
The new the new Hellraiser. What is it? Hellraiser Journey or
Hellraiser Judgment. I got to do that because my buddy Gary Turnicliffe directed that actually.
So we'll check out the new Pinhead next week for sure. Sounds like a plan.
Oh yeah.
For all of us here at Watcha Watchin, you can find us at Watchin Vids on Facebook.
Like and subscribe to us here and hit that bell notification so you're up to date every time we upload and do live streaming.
See you next week, folks.